Hey, this is Mike Hobbs, and I have the privilege of interviewing my actual tax professional.
Yeah.
It's an interesting story of how I actually met Adam. His name's Adam Carroll. How I actually met him. I was going to an Empower Network event. It was the master's course. It cost me $5,000 to get there. My business partner Adam also spent $5,000 to get there, so we spent a total of $10,000 just to get to this master's event. And I met a guy named Jesse, and Jesse, was cool because I was actually from Hurricane, Utah, and he said, "Hey, I'm from Utah too. Where are you at?" And I said, "Hurricane." He's like, "Oh, I'm in Hurricane too." We literally, right there, living next to each other. And it was interesting that I met him all the way in Costa Rica. But then I just had a casual conversation with him. I asked him a couple questions about, who he does, his books with and how he sets his entities up and stuff like that. So he told me about Adam Carroll, and we had lunch together, and he explained just a couple things, and saved us thousands and thousands of dollars in our taxes just from just a little consultation that we had. So I'm super excited to ask you a couple questions. Is that all right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, cool. Well, a lot of people come into this industry and they think they could just start a business, they're brand new, and they don't need an entity or an LLC. So what's kind of the importance of doing it right from the get-go?
Yeah, that's a good question. To be honest with you, that's the most important part of starting a business, is getting it properly registered with the state and the IRS and making sure you qualify for all the benefits that a home-based business can give you. And so it is by far the most important. Most of the individuals that put it off end up paying for it, whether it's in higher tax rates or lost deductions. It's incredibly important to get it done quickly, because your first year you're going to have expenses that you need to deduct, and that LLC or S-Corporation is going to qualify you for those deductions so that you can put money back in your pocket when you file taxes, regardless of how much money you make.
Oh, cool. And that's huge, because I remember we're at a mastermind right now, and someone asked a question about losses. Let's say you just get started and you just put a whole bunch of money into the business right away, and they had a loss their first year. They're not making any money. Is it still smart to...
Absolutely, yeah, because the way the government has set it up, Congress has passed tax laws that allow a small business owner to either take that business loss against their personal income, which would be income from a job, or they can carry forward that loss to future years. And so, for instance, if someone made an income of, say, $50,000 and they had a loss from the business of, say, $10,000, well, instead of being taxed at $50,000, they'd only be taxed at $40,000. And so you take your tax rate minus that $10,000 at that percentage, and you're putting a couple $1,000s back in your pocket simply because you started a business.
Awesome. And there was one thing that I think it was last month, you told me, I was actually asking about payroll. Should we be paying ourselves when we're making money? And I didn't understand all this tax stuff. I didn't know which income you get taxed on, which ones you don't. So can you explain maybe a little bit about the payroll and how that can actually save you taxes?
Yeah, exactly. When you start to have income coming in from a business, you have to understand, first off, it's taxed differently than personal income.
Yeah.
One of the benefits of the home-based business or small business is that you do get to take those deductions first before you're taxed. But you need to understand there's also other tax advantages to having an entity in place. Self-employment tax is probably one of the biggest taxes that a new home-based business is going to incur, because they're not used to it. And that's self-employment, which is Social Security, Medicare, is 15.3% on a federal level. By simply structuring an entity and getting together with a tax accountant, an accounting professional, they can help you eliminate up to 50% of that self-employment tax. And so it ends up being a very big deal, even with that mediocre income.
Yeah, that's amazing, and I don't know how much that's going to save our business.
Thousands.
But all I know is that Costa Rica trip, I can tell you right now, just with this one connection, completely paid for with just that. I honestly truly believe that. So, it's very important to have, and I don't know if we talked about the LLCs, like what's the difference? Do you think they should get an LLC versus anything else?
That's something you should really discuss with your accountant in detail, because, in some cases an LLC is the right fix, in some cases the S-Corporation is the right route to go, and so a lot of it depends on a bunch of factors. So the best thing to do is to seek the advice from a professional so they can walk you through those differences on more of a one-on-one session.
All
That
right.
way you can truly understand, because with taxes, everybody's situation is different.
Right, right. And here's the coolest part. Because you're following me, because you're on our list, or because you're on our team, Adam has agreed to give you a 100% free consultation. Doesn't matter, what your situation is. You're going to agree to do that?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah, my accounting firm has helped a little over 5,000 home-based businesses in the last 4.5 years with tax and accounting needs, and so we're happy to offer that free consultation.
Sweet, sweet. So if you need an LLC set up or just a corporation set up, if you need bookkeeping, taxes, whatever it is, you can get a free consultation. I'll have a link below this video. Just fill it out, 100% free. Again, this is the person I use. This is the person all of our business partner uses. This is the person that our entire team is using, saving thousands of dollars. Now, obviously, I'm not a tax professional, but so you're definitely going to want to get with someone who is. So click the link below, get that free consultation. And any last final words for anyone watching this?
Just seek the professional. A lot of people let what they don't understand keep them away from understanding it. And when it comes to entities and taxes, as a home-based business, you have to treat it like a business, which means taxes are going to be part of your daily life. So you need to talk to a professional and get the details.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Adam.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.